So we are currently at the Ishihara Park Learning Garden. The City of Santa Monica operates 4 community gardens, this being the most recent one that we constructed in February of 2017. There are no rentable plots. It is an open work plan. So we have volunteer work days on Mondays and Wednesdays. We grow based off of what the community likes or what we feel is best for the current conditions. And then the produce is shared amongst volunteers, the community. We make donations to programs like Feeding Families or the West Side Food Bank or Meals on Wheels when we have larger produce donations. But the idea is really that this provides anybody that wants to get their hands dirty the opportunity to come in and learn about growing food, where food comes from, biodiversity, what's proper to plant, community composting, all of those types of things. One of the goals of this garden is to have limited food waste. So every Monday and every Wednesday, we're always doing some harvesting. So we have Rachel over there doing some harvesting on kale. We have some strawberries being harvested. Martha is doing the watering for us. We are going to be planting some cucumber seeds today. We're going to be flipping the compost. So those are some of the volunteer opportunities that you'll get throughout the regular workday.
I'm here twice a week, every week. It's one of the highlights of my week, of my life, to volunteer here, to continually learn new things here, to be part of a community. In July, I'll be 78 years old, and this has just been fantastic as a form of invigorating exercise, lifting, carrying, digging, pruning, watering. I can't think of anything better than for people my age to be volunteering at a community garden.
One of the things we're very proud of is that throughout the pandemic, we were able to continuously serve the community by providing them with fresh food in a time of desperate need. As small as it is, including our fruit trees in the back, we count the number of pounds we get from there. We're producing somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,500 pounds of food a year. All of the food that's harvested will be cleaned and weighed and cataloged, and then divided up often into some bags or just set outside. It all goes out to the communities. Any remaining food is then boxed up and bagged up and taken out to either the West Side Food Bank, a group called Feeding Families, which has been operating since the pandemic, and they provide weekend boxes of food to SMMUSD families. Composting is a hot topic right now. Everybody wants to compost because we are talking sustainability, and the City of Santa Monica has been kind of at the forefront, I think, of the composting programs for a number of years. Here at Ishihara Park, we are blessed in our learning garden with a large 3-bin system. We have our finished compost kind of in the middle here. In a second here, we're going to start flipping what we'll call our new material bin into the second bin, and then it will be kind of a cooking process. So the composting is really taking plant material and mixing it with a dead or a brown material into a black material, which is really what this is. So this started out really as this. One of the tasks that is involved is flipping compost. And we are taking the stuff from the top and we're gonna flip it to the bottom. And this is allowing us to kind of really make sure that our compost is going to be mixed up well. And we will then kind of mix our dry spots up with our wet spots and allow it to kind of continue composting. So after a couple months of kind of composting in here, then we will flip it over. That stuff will start to be sifted out and taken out and used. And as soon as that one's finished, this one will start to be flipped over, and then we'll kind of start a new one. So this is our finished compost, and this is my handy dandy compost turner, is moving to the bottom and bringing it up to the top. This bin was turned over recently, and so you'll start seeing that it's still not quite fully decomposed, but you can see that we do have some worms in here, and this is kind of one of those spots that is, getting our decomposers in there. We always preach the think globally and garden locally slogan. The more we can do and to grow our own food and to be sustainable ourselves means our city will be a sustainable city. So look forward to seeing y'all in the garden one of these days.